Big shout out to Ghost Train of Thought on TikTok as he just made a video about what he thinks Saint Summer's ability could be. However, there is something that I found interesting. Now, what he said is that Summers could be a reference to Fenrir, which was a wolf in Norse mythology, famous for having a sword lodged between his jaws, right? Here's the funny part about that. We have Fenrir already. Fenrir is actually Cerberus because Cerberus is a sword that becomes the mythical demon dog from Greek myth. And in being a sword, he can actually spawn swords out of three of its mouths, which he does use to stab Loki with. So if you're looking for a dog of some sort with a sword in his mouth, look no further than Cerberus. But with that being said, what's also very interesting is that he compared the Holy Knights that we have so far to the members of the CP9. This is a very apt comparison because I recently found out that a Quillin or a Kieran, which seems to be the ability of Saint Killingham, is related to a giraffe because of giraffes being imported via a Chinese explorer. Those in Japan and Korea often refer to giraffes as Kirin, which is just the Japanese name for the Quillin, which is what Killingham is. And I find that very interesting. So comparing Kaku to Killingham is very, very on point. Then two, comparing Khalifa to Gunko, I'd say is very good because both of them actually, well, are paramecia in their group, and both of them make an animal out of their construct. Because back when Khalifa was fighting Nami, she makes the whole soap sheep construct. And now we see Gunko has made a bird out of her weird arrows in order to transport herself and Shamrock somewhere, right? Okay, now that brings us to Summers. What Summers I think could be is a cat. I don't know what kind of cat he could be, however, because it's very hard to narrow down a theme with the Holy Knights, seeing as how, even though we're in a Norse mythological place, the Holy Knights seem to be drawing from various cultures. We have Killingham being mostly Chinese inspired, with being a Quillin. Then we have Shamrock with his sword Cerberus, which is very Greek inspired as it can turn into an actual Cerberus. Gunko is the odd man out, but that brings us back to Summers. And I think in terms of being a cat, it really doesn't matter. But the interesting part about this is that this does draw back to the CP9 because the CP9 did have a cat and a dog, the cat being Lucy and the dog being Jaguar. However, the funny thing about One Piece thus far, out of all the mythical zones that we have seen, we have not had a mythical cat fruit yet. We've had several dog fruits. We have had a few bird fruits now, Marcus Mars included. We've had a bug slash spider slash ox fruit, I guess, in Saturn, whatever he is. And then we have had a mythical pig actually in Warcrete, but we have not had a mythical cat. So with that being said, there is a number of cats Summers could be if he's indeed a cat. I am leaning on the idea that his sword handle being barbed like a thorny stem of a rose on top of him wearing a corsage has something to do with his cat ability if he has that, but I'm not too sure what to pin it down as just yet because there are a number of cats he could be. I wouldn't really go with Norse mythology here because it seems as though those spots are filling up quite quickly. as we have Unggar's Loki's cat being referenced in a way with S-Cat, Rhodes' cat, the cat that has the ability to turn into a lion. So I don't know if that's going to be it, but I do think he's going to be some sort of mythological cat or a cat adjacent creature. But with that being said, give me your thoughts and tell your friends about Polypede. What's it?